Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
Sound everything. What the fuck is going on? We back, Unapologetic, the podcast. Dre, Reg. Y'all know who we are, how we get down, how we give it up.
Yes,
back
sir.
Another episode. What's
Yes,
up?
sir.
What up with you, my guy?
Shit, man. Cooling, man. Really, sinuses fucked up, so I sound like I got cotton balls up my nose. That's the only reason why.
Nah, you sound good.
Yeah, man. Other than that, man, just cooling out, man. Again, setting into, trying to get into a routine for the big guy being here. He up in Maryland right now with my mom cooling out. But doing that and working, man. I'm going up to Philadelphia tomorrow.
Okay.
For some work related stuff or whatever. A little quick turn and burn. Saturday, my A1 day when my original, the OG player partner Scholar turns 10. So yeah. Head out to Newport News and her, me, and her brother and whomever else she invited. We got him in the skating rink, man. See what I got left, man.
Oh, I was about to ask you, was you gonna get on the skates?
Yeah, I'm gonna get on, man. It might not be for long, but I'm gonna get on now. I gotta get on.
Yeah, you're gonna be sore as fuck the next day, probably.
I already know.
Better get that Tylenol ready.
Man, look. I might pop one before I get out there.
That wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Yeah.
That would not be a bad idea either. You know, hey, niggas ain't got it like they used to no more.
These bones different, man.
Oh yeah. I feel listen. Every time I take a little break, like now I'm not being active or nothing. I know as soon as I get back home and get, active or in the gym or something on a Stairmaster, elliptical, treadmill or something, I know my ass is gonna pay for the next 2 or 3 days.
Oh yeah, believe it, please.
But
what's up with you though?
I'm good. I had this interesting conversation, and it just, when I told you sounded good, it reminded me of this conversation. We was doing Taco Tuesday last week, and homie walked in, and I saw him. I was like, nigga, the outfit looking good in that outfit. Like that shit fit you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Colors was nice. Nigga had the shoes and everything. I was like, all right. And girl looked at me. She was like, that sounded a little gay. I'm like, what you talking about? I said, I can't compliment a man. She's from South Augusta. And they said, she was like, niggas in South Augusta, that shit sound funny. They just don't, I don't usually hear men, talk to other men like that. So I said, just because they don't talk to each other like that in South Augusta it sounds funny, it's gay. But other guy sitting beside me, he's like, man, you gotta look at the caliber of niggas in South Augusta. Like
yeah, I was about to say, all them niggas dirty, man.
I'm like, listen, there ain't nothing gay about me. I can compliment a man, and at any time, and it shouldn't be no like anything like in anybody's mind. That sounds funny. Oh, this nigga's,
bro.
But whatever.
It's immaturity, man. Who cares?
Very, very. But I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm at an undisclosed location. I don't want everybody to know my business, but I'm trying to get some sun and some fun and look at some buns.
Hey, man. Hey. Bars, baby. Bars.
But, that's about it, man. Passion texted me earlier, let me know that she got elected for the Honor Society, her master's program at Walden University. So that was very good news. I was happy about that.
Shout out to her, man. Oh.
Yeah, man. And it's good, man. Life happens for a reason, because she had a scholarship to go to Delaware University straight out of high school, but she felt like she needed a break. And of course, throughout that break, but now she's, and if school is what she want to do, that's what she want to do. Like I said, I'm not going to force school on anybody. And, but, if that's what she want to do, I want her to excel in it. And So this was big for me in itself, because, knowing what she's been through, the last 4.5, 5 years, having a baby, dealing with two niggas that really wasn't worth shit, you know what I'm saying? And as a father, you probably gonna hit them, them phases too, to where, we talked about it before, where, sometimes, it's gonna hurt, but you gotta, let your daughter get her ass kicked a little bit by life, you know what I'm saying? And just go through them bumps and grinds, because they not gonna learn by, you coddling and covering them up and, keeping them away. Because that shit, if you probably try to keep her away from them no good niggas, it's probably gonna make her want to be around them more. So I mean, who knows?
Well,
but
we know that.
Yeah, but you gotta be there to, when that ass get ready to hit the ground, be that pillow to slide right up under it, and so yeah. But that, so that was very, very big for me, because like I said, I know what she's been through, what she's going through, and getting caught up with, like I said, two no good niggas, and then her pursuing something that she want to do. So that's good in itself, man. I can't be more proud of her. Yeah, but I mean, outside of that, man, everything's good, man. I'm just ready for the summer to get here. I want to see some sundresses and white toenails, dog. That's about it, man. Motherfuckers still walking around here looking like Owen Hart with a wrestling outfit. So, man.
They ain't a part of the Hart Foundation.
Yeah, man. They're ready to put a motherfucker in the sharpshooter. So.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm ready to see some sundresses, dog.
Yeah, man. I feel you.
Oh man, let's jump into the sports.
Town.
I'll put this in a separate, but we can talk. Let's talk about So it's a man. The motherfucking name is Robert Hooper or some shit like that. He is an announcer for the Oakland A's.
Yes.
Doing a live broadcast, they were talking about the National Negro League Museum.
Right.
He called it the Nigger League Museum.
Yeah.
Come to find out, this is not his first time doing that, saying it on live air. I didn't know that until earlier.
I didn't know that till just now.
He's been suspended
indefinitely
and supposed to take sensitivity training.
Oh, okay.
You know what sensitivity training means. I know what it means. I mean, you had to take classes every quarter, damn near, right? I had to, and most of the times, more than any, it's kind of a check the block.
Yes.
But being that this is his second time doing it, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it, but
he's supposed to be this legendary, one of the best announcers, supposedly. So, of course, they're not gonna do that. Of course, they're not gonna make him walk the motherfucking plane.
Disgusting, man.
Yeah.
That I mean, we talked about it. Not last week, but the week before. No, it might have been last week. Same thing like when you mentioned Phil Jackson, old white man. And it's probably the time era that they grew up in, and it's just something normal for them.
I can't give him normal, but
for him, well, it's not normal for us, but that's probably how he talks amongst his friends. And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, because the days they grew up in.
No, I understand what you're saying. I just don't like that. I don't like the normalcy around.
Yeah, me neither.
But I get what you're saying though.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a trigger. My bad. I got you.
No, you good. But yeah, I mean, I don't like the normalcy of it. But
right.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Like that. When I heard it, it's like, how do you butcher that? You butcher that. The fact that he has that in his vocabulary lets you know
And that's not even the name. It's the actual name is Negro League Museum. You completely changed the name. You gave it a hard ER.
That's what I'm saying.
And the Oakland A's stand by that shit. They have to because they gave him, it's his second time. But I haven't looked at the schedule. I just saw the NFL schedule came out. I haven't looked at it yet. I guess we can talk a little more about that next week. I did see that Buffalo and the Jets play week 1, right?
I didn't look at the Bears. I'll be honest. I looked at the Panthers.
Okay, I think I saw because I think they was talking about it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Week 1 games, Buffalo. The highlight was Buffalo and Jets, Bills and the Jets.
Yeah.
That might be a game.
We'll see. We'll see if a well-oiled machine. I got the Bills winning that right now.
Yeah, me too.
It'll take a few weeks before the Jets get it together.
Yeah. Mike Budenhauser.
All right.
Rightfully fired, or it's too soon? So for me, I felt like I felt like he was on the hot seat prior to them winning the championship.
Okay.
So I think the championship bought him a couple years.
Okay. Okay. I'll agree to that. Yeah. I'll agree to that. Definitely bought him some time for sure. You know how that goes. That's in any sport, though.
Yeah. Motherfucker, your guy, Riverboat Ron. I think he was on his way out the door, and Panthers went to the Super Bowl. Of course, he didn't win it, but it bought him. Bought him what? That shit bought him a lot of time, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. It did. Yes, it did. It's the story of sports, man. You know how it goes.
Yeah. So speaking of that, do you believe Cam Newton's claims of him not being in the league because he got dreads?
Okay, Cam. All right. Let me tell you something, Cam.
I'll let you go off since that's your guy. I know you love him.
I love him to death, man. Mm-hmm. But he ran off with this one, okay?
Okay.
It's not your dreads, Cam.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your dreads. Is it antics? Yes. We'll go with antics, but it's not your dreads, guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's the baggage. It's the baggage.
Absolutely.
It's what comes with it, or what's considered baggage.
Right.
That's that the NFL is definitely a good old boy, league. You know what I mean? And anybody speaking outside of, what they're supposed to say, your ass is grass.
Agreed. And I do think if Cam was still throwing for 4,000, 5,000 yards a season, throwing 35 to 40, 45 touchdowns and rushing for 1,000 yards and maybe 10 touchdowns, he'd be in the league. He'd be on the team. He'd be a starter somewhere.
Well, the reality of it
with his dreads and everything else.
That it means nothing.
Right.
The dreads mean nothing, Cam.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Let's stop it.
Because you've seen Cam play in New England the last time you've seen him play in Carolina the llast time he was playing in Carolina.
Right.
And nothing that you've seen him do said, I'm not gonna say he don't deserve to be in the league, because I'm not gonna say that there is 64 quarterbacks better than him.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think for Cam, he thinks he wherever he goes, he wants to be a starter, or he should be a starter, or compete for the starting job at least.
He thinks he should be a starter in the league.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is what he said. Not even a running joke, but what he says is, look at his last two teams and the teams that he had. When it came down to it, I mean, he came in to New England with a whole new, program, with a whole new package and a whole new playbook, rather. And he says that, he didn't have enough time to digest it. The same thing as when he came back to the Panthers, both of which are true.
Mm-hmm.
But there again, it's like, if you don't seize the moment, you're still a professional. And if you don't seize the moment, that's on you.
I was just about to say that. You took the words right out of my mouth, because when you get the opportunity, you have to make, like, sometimes you got to turn sugar to shit to sugar.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. And that's your last chance. I mean, because the league is the league.
Not for long.
Yeah. Not for long. Absolutely. You can be the hero today and the scapegoat tomorrow.
Until the next.
Absolutely. What else? What else happening in sports? I don't think there's anything else happening in sports, really. Oh, John Morant did not make the All NBA team, so they say he lost out on 39 mil, an additional 39. That's tough.
Yeah, that's tough, but hopefully for him, this is a lesson.
A big learning lesson.
You know, while he might in our minds, or you know, the average working American class citizen, we might say, well, what's 39 million to
a motherfucker that's making 100+ million? Yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It don't sound like a lot to us if we had, 192 million.
Yeah, he's not sitting in his house like, whatever, I don't need it. No,
right.
He's sitting in his house and he's kicking himself in the ass.
Yeah.
He is. Because of who he is and what he is to his family, and what that 39 million that he missed out on could have done for his family. Like I said, I hope it's a lesson. It's a learning lesson. It's a learning. I hope that the learning curve is, closing for him, because he is still young. And that should let you know, like, your name and your image is everything. It is.
Yeah. And everybody ain't for you.
Facts.
You got motherfuckers that want to see you win, but you got motherfuckers that don't want to see you win without them too.
Right. And at the end of the day, here it's another thing. Like, regardless, I mean, contracts are contracts, and business is business. But we all know what John Morant is to the NBA, right? But when it boiled down to it, the Memphis Grizzlies said, "Hey, your name's not on here, buddy. So
absolutely,
keep this money now."
Yeah, I can't give you. I can't. Hey, I would love to give you this 233 million, but guess what? Right here, I love you to death. If it was up to me,
we know what he is to that team.
Yeah. And
does he deserve it? Shit, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know the contract structure like that. So so this was the super. So he's not eligible for the Supermax this year. So if he makes the All NBA team next year, is he eligible for it then?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
I'm not sure. That's a good question. Because I don't know if it was a time frame, because he's still on a rookie deal. I think they was just extending it.
It was an extension.
So he got it.
Yeah, he left some money on the table. So another year, and some more mileage on him.
So the next contract is gonna have to be negotiated.
Yeah.
So wow. Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
And if you don't make the All NBA next year, say you yeah. That you got to perform. That's it for that. You got to perform.
Yeah.
I saw this interesting thing. All the flack that they was giving Lamar Jackson about playoffs, everything else.
Okay.
No one said nothing about, and they when they start naming quarterbacks in the league right now, they named the Josh Allens, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, of course, Patrick Mahomes. But when you look at them quarterbacks, you outside of Patrick Mahomes, the other two, there's an argument that Lamar Jackson has done well. The MVP, of course.
I think I know where you're going.
Burrow has took him to the Super Bowl. but it seems like Lamar Jackson always gets the short end of the stick. And it was funny that Justin Herbert name was in there. But no one mentions that 27-0 lead he blew. That shit does not get held against him.
Right.
But they hold everything against Lamar Jackson.
Well, I think for Lamar, and I'm not saying that it's right. I think that the only leg that the league or beat writers or whatever you want to call them, analysts, whatever, I think the only thing that they have to stand on when it comes to Lamar Jackson is the best ability, and when it comes down to in the big games, the best ability is availability. And they're going to ride him for last year.
True. I mean,
they're going to ride him for last year because we heard the rumblings of what was to come in the offseason as far as his contract. For him to take a stand on what he did, which was his right, and which was, in my opinion, the right thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The fact still remains. He didn't play in the big game. And he probably could have. So while he made the right decision, in my opinion, you have to look at it and say, hey, what are the naysayers going to do? They're going to chip at the bit at whatever it is that you do that in their eyes they deem negative or strike against you. It's a part of it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of it, though. Yeah. That's the way I do it. I'm not saying it's right at all because it's not.
The skin color play a factor in that?
Come on, man. It's the pig pussy port.
Moving on. All right. So Sixers, Celtics. They are playing as we speak.
Yes.
My thoughts on this series is the Boston Celtics play around with their food a lot.
Okay, I'll let you finish.
While I think Jason Tatum is the best player on the team, I think Jaylen Brown is the most important player on that team.
Okay, I'll let you finish.
And when I say they play around with their food, I think they play good, but it's like they play uninspired a lot too. They don't close nobody out when they should, i.e. Atlanta, when it was 3-1.
Okay.
Dejounte Murray was suspended. They should have closed Atlanta out.
I'll give you Atlanta.
They let Trae Young come in there. Well, was it Atlanta or was it in Boston? Trae Young went crazy. I think it was in Boston because they went back to Atlanta because they had the
Yeah, he went crazy. He went crazy in Boston, and then they went back to Atlanta and put him down.
Yeah.
So this is what I'll say about this, man. Did they play with their food in the first round? Yes. I think that we are not giving Philadelphia enough credit for their roster. I think from top to bottom, Celtics roster versus Boston roster is not that much different. I really don't. I really don't. And I'm going to give the edge to Philadelphia because of where the pieces that they have in place. You know what I mean? From top to bottom. I'm going to give them the edge over Boston, and it's showing right now. Tatum is the best scorer on his team. Is Tatum the overall best player? What is he the most well-rounded player on his team? I don't believe so. Yeah, shout out to him. He made the first team All-NBA. Cool, got it, understood. I get it. But guess what? In a closeout game, he has 3 points going into the fourth quarter. He's 1 for 13 from the field, and he's 0 for 6 from 3-point with 3 turnovers.
He cries a lot too. He cries too much for me.
Well, they all cry.
He does a lot of complaining.
They all cry because they all feel like they should get superstar calls. Okay, so but going back to what I said, what I was trying to say is this isn't a case of playing with your food. This is a case of Philly finally figuring it out. and Philly doing the front office doing what they need to do to get the proper pieces in place. I'll say it for real. Going out there and get PJ Tucker was major for them. Letting Maxey get out here and be that third man of the three-headed monster was perfect for them.
Who
James Harden.
Who did they trade? For the boy they let go to Portland. Who did they get? I think that was a major move too. Thibault.
Okay. Yeah.
Who did they get for him? I can't remember.
I forget, bro.
Okay.
I forget. But I do know that James Harden finally understanding that playing like he actually gives a damn about what's going on. One, and understanding that he is second fiddle to arguably the best player in the league, and that's okay. It's okay. So with that being involved, I mean, you mix that in, and then you have their role players, Tobias Harris, who can really tear your ass up. I mean, you know what I mean? Like
House, Paul.
Yeah, right. Those
Melton, they get valuable minutes.
Yeah, right. And so when you mix that into a team like Boston, that has all the pressure right now, bro, I'm thinking that Philly figured it out, man. And honestly, barring the referees, I think Boston goes home tonight.
I'm with you. So with this series, I think Missoula's getting out coached. I mean, because I'm with you on the rosters. The rosters are close. And honestly, I think Boston is deeper, but I just think their players are not performing. Brogdon, White, Grant Williams.
Brogdon's the sixth man of the year this year, right?
Yeah. Brogdon, White, shit. Derek White is on the first all defensive team.
Really?
Yeah, he's on the first team. I was surprised too.
When it comes down,
they just aren't performing.
Yeah, when it comes down to these teams, first team, second team, I saw the second team, second or third team. Which one did LeBron make? The second team or third team?
Oh, all NBA teams. LeBron made. Oh,
I think he made the third team.
I want to say it's the third.
So it was him. It was Swiper. It was Dame.
Swiper should not be on third at all.
Dame, are you kidding me?
But had the CBA been in effect this year, none of them would be on it because you have to play at least 65 games.
I'm taking the third team, and I think the third team get the first team out of here.
The first team was who? Tatum, Embiid.
It was Tatum, Embiid, Luka, the young boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, Shai made it definitely.
Shai made it, and who's the last one?
I'm about to look it right now.
I forget. I'm drawing a blank. Tatum.
I think we didn't say Tatum.
Did I say Tatum?
I think we did.
It was
first team: Doncic, Luka, Shai, Jason, Tatum, Giannis, and Joel.
We left out Giannis. Right.
Second team: Steph, Donovan Mitchell, Jimmy, Jaylen Brown, Joker.
They getting smacked.
I don't know how.
They getting spanked.
Third team: Fox, Lillard, LeBron, Julius Randle, and Sabonis.
Give me that third team. I think they run through shit. Give me that third team. I think they run through shit.
Yeah, because I think honestly, I think Jason Tatum regressed this year.
Think so?
I think he regressed this year.
Well, here's the thing.
Shai, I can't front on Shai, nigga. Shai is probably the smoothest, effortless player in the league right now. Nigga, Shy is.
You can't do nothing with him. You cannot do nothing with him.
His game is like beautiful to watch because like it's so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
That should look effortless, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah.
Too bad he went to Kentucky. I like that nigga's game, dog.
Yeah. His game sweet though. He's sweet though.
Yeah.
The game sweet. His game sweet.
I can't say anything bad about that nigga game.
Nope.
You
know, these NBA teams, I mean, all right. Like if you got to go off the numbers, all right, cool. Like the first team, it is what it is, right? But they showed 2023 first team All NBA as opposed to 2003 All NBA, and I was like,
which had
Kobe, Duncan,
Tracy McGrady, Garnett.
Tracy, and shit, I forgot who the last one was. Kobe, Garnett, T-Mac, Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm. That's four? It might have been Shaq. Oh, 3. What? Give me a point guard.
Steve Nash.
I think you named every position besides a point.
Steve Nash.
I don't think Nash was making it.
Jason Kidd.
Might have been Kidd. Might have been. Could it have been Steve? Was Steve franchise? Was it 03? AI? AI maybe?
It might have been AI.
Okay.
I don't think it was. I'm drawing a blank here. The bottom line is, and I thought about it. I was like, wow, look at these legends. But at the same time, you know, when my kid is growing up and he's watching basketball, and as he gets into it more and more throughout the years, these are going to be his legends that are on his first team, right?
And you're gonna be arguing with him about the greats.
That's what I'm saying. I had to take that into consideration.
And he's gonna be saying somebody else, not even named LeBron or Steph.
He's probably gonna say Luka is the GOAT. He's probably gonna say, you know what I'm saying? He's probably gonna say Luka's the GOAT. He might look at Shy as, you know, out of this world.
Ja Morant.
You know what I'm saying? Ja Morant's gonna be his AI.
Yeah.
Wow. Matter of fact, I'm giving too much credit. It won't be his AI because my son's 3 years old. Mm-hmm. So for him to, he won't really. I mean, of course, he watches basketball. He watches football now. But I think about when I really got hip to the game. You know what I mean? I probably was, you know, 6 or 7 years old. Mm-hmm. You know, and so we have another 4 years. So who knows what's going to happen?
All right. So we Allen Iverson was on the second team in 02-03.
Who?
First team was Duncan, Garnett, O'Neal, Kobe, and T-Mac. So we left out Garnett.
I said Garnett.
Oh, okay. All right. So
I said it might have been Shaq.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, Shaq. 03. Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Okay.
Yes, dog.
T-Mac, Kobe, Shaq, Garnett, and Duncan. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Second team, Derek, Chris Webber, Ben Wallace, AI, Jason Kidd.
So
third team, Mashburn, Paul Pierce, Jermaine O'Neal, Marbury, and Steve Nash.
Yeah. So I had to keep that in mind. But the game is going to look different for him, for my son.
Oh my God. So
the game is not going to be what it is now. For we see it when we play pickup ball.
Mm-hmm. Imagine when you get 10, how much different it's going to be.
That's what I'm saying. In 7 years. In 7 years. In 7 years, he might look at LeBron like how we look at Wilt Chamberlain, bro. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
He might add LeBron in the mix just because of what TV tells him.
Right. And the thing is, and it's crazy because he's gonna be like, you know what? He was playing when I was born, but I ain't really watch him play like that. Like I can't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And for us, who was that?
Dr. J.
Absolutely.
Because I never saw Dr. J play.
I haven't seen the Dr. J game.
I never, you know what I mean?
That I remember, that I know of. I'm pretty sure I've watched it, but I don't remember. Like Mike, I've seen and remember Mike playing. I seen and remember Magic, Bird,
Barkley,
Dominique
David
Wilkins.
Robinson.
Yeah,
Right.
David Robinson, Moses. Moses Malone. I don't remember seeing and what, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I think about that. Like, I only can go off of what Bill Russell, I only can go off of what Wilt Chamberlain, I only can go off of what Dr. J, I only can go off of what Iceman, based on, ESPN Classic and what the list that other people make. And it's going to be the same thing for my son.
Let me ask you a question. And we can, because we get long with no sports, but then we can. How many Wilt Chamberlain highlights have you ever seen in your life? Off the top of your head.
I see.
Honestly,
I can tell you I can tell you what is it that when I think of Wilt Chamberlain, what comes to mind? A piece of paper that says 100 points on
it. I have never, off the top of my head, I don't know if I've ever seen like a Wilt Chamberlain highlight. Like,
I've seen it. He was old as shit.
Seen like a skyhook or two.
Yeah, that's it.
Outside of that, this nigga's like a ghost, like a phantom, like almost an urban myth.
Yeah, facts.
Like you said, the piece of paper with the 100, and then the whatever they say about how many women this nigga fucked.
Yeah, but
like those are like this nigga's like an urban legend.
But that's the point. That's the point I'm making, man. Right. Like, it's not gonna in again, my son turns 40 this year, so we'll give it ballpark 5 years from now. 5 years from now, because I think about when I was at 9, I was going to ball games, I was into it, you know what I mean? Into Tar Heel shit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like realistically, no. Realistically, no. Right. He's not gonna know these guys. He's gonna know like the guys that he's gonna look at. He's gonna look at Tatum. He's gonna look at, you know what I mean, the Tatums and the Shais and the Lukas, and they're gonna be, in the jars, like you said, like they are going to be the it man for him, man. And the guys that we know
Paulo?
To be, excuse me,
Paulo.
Very, very, yeah, 100%.
Okay,
100%. The Mellows, right? I looked at some today, man. With Drake's son. Drake's son is in love with LaMelo Ball. He is in love with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's in love with him.
Got you.
So, and while LaMelo Ball is an excellent ball player,
he ain't hit that level that the other ones you named before him has. Right.
So it's like,
and some of them niggas that your son gonna be looking at probably ain't even came out of college yet.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. They're not even in the league yet.
Right.
No, well,
we looking at niggas right now. We like some of these niggas. We like, damn, I was watching your father in college.
That's what I'm saying. By the numbers, they're not in the league yet.
Interesting. All right, let's we're gonna breeze through the other ones real quick. Knicks Heat.
Knicks are trash.
It's
yes, they are who we thought they were.
Okay.
I'm not sold. I wasn't sold. They beat a team that they were supposed to beat in Cleveland. They beat them. It is what it is. And now, you're facing Jimmy Buckets that knows.
Himmy Buckets. Because that nigga is. So it's over. They go back to Miami tomorrow. It's over.
Cash out.
I'm with you. I think so too.
Put your bet in tomorrow, buddy. Put your bet in tomorrow.
Tonight, Denver, Phoenix.
I know you said you feel like Phoenix is you think Phoenix is done tonight.
I think they're done tonight.
Okay.
But now that I saw Ayton isn't playing, I think I like, well, Biyombo is not a great player, but his motor and hustle, I think he can be more effective on Joker than Ayton. That's not saying a lot. Yeah, defensively he can. That's not saying a lot, but his motor, he's gonna rebound, he's gonna hustle, he's gonna try to keep, because Ayton been fucking pedestrian, dog.
But he's not what people want him to be. That's the thing about it, bro. Like, do we want him to be dominant? Yes, we want him to be dominant. We want him to, be the last of be amongst the Jokers and the MBs. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Mm-hmm. But he's not that, man.
So what is he?
A big guy that can shoot and that can get a shot, whatever shot that he wants to, but keyword is shot because he wants to shoot the ball.
What do you think about his motor?
It's non-existent.
The motherfucker running a 2-cylinder or something. That motherfucker is not playing ball. And it only got nothing to do with the highlight that everybody keeps showing, to where Joker grabbed like 3 or 4 offensive rebounds and Ayton was under the basket watching him. This whole series, he's just looked like, oh no.
To me, he looks like
he absolutely, he looks like Ayton. He looks like the motherfucker that Phoenix said, you know what, we're not going to give you this money. Go out there and get another team to pay you, and we'll match the offer if we think it and nobody else gave him that money.
Right.
So that's what it looks like. I think it's a wrap tonight, honestly. I think it might be a little better matchup with Biyombo, but the way Denver's looking and the way they're playing and how deep they look right now.
Okay.
But I think KD is due for a breakout game. So if that happens, they can have one. KD has not looked KD-ish even this whole playoff series.
He's gonna need 40 tonight.
Yeah.
He's gonna need 40 tonight. With Devin Booker's 30 to 35.
Yeah. Lakers, Warriors.
Lakers won. The Warriors won last night. What is it? 3-2 right now.
3-2.
As much as I want to count the Warriors out, I'm not gonna do it just yet. Given, I think the Warriors' biggest mistake is Jordan Poole.
Giving him that money?
Yes.
Or could it be what that shit that happened this training camp? Could that ugly head be coming back and rearing itself?
I'm not gonna subscribe to that.
Okay.
I think with the way the rotation, how it goes, and how he has the game. What is this? Game 4. What did he play? He played 10 minutes, had no points.
5. They just played 5. Yeah.
He played what?
But you talking about 4? Or you talking about last night game?
Game 4.
Okay.
All right. Game 4, he had 10 minutes and 0 points.
Yeah. Well, he's played like ass this whole. Well, besides game 1 where he hit 6 3-pointers.
Yeah. And I think,
Or is it because he's been figured out? He broke on the scene last year, and
I think
a lot of game tape. Now the game tape is out there.
Yeah, I think it took teams to realize or try to come up with a solid game plan to execute. Okay, well, let's hope that let's run Clay off the 3-point. Let's run Steph off the 3-point, and when it comes down to Poole, force him to one side, let him dribble, and he's going to take a statistically horrible shot.
Right, because he likes to dribble a lot. Motherfucker got handles, he got moves, but you stay on your feet. Yes, he's going to take, like you said,
he's going to take a bad shot. He's going to take a bad shot. So
I don't want to count the Warriors out, but it's hard for me to imagine a LeBron James team giving up a 3-1 lead.
Okay.
But I do think, well, if Golden State wins this next game tomorrow, the Lakers in trouble.
Yeah.
The Lakers are in trouble. I will say if Golden State wins this game tomorrow, I'm going to say the Lakers are going to lose.
I'm going to say that.
Because as
So
bad as the Warriors play here and there, go ahead.
So you have the Lakers winning tomorrow.
Yeah, they have to. I don't see them giving up that 3-1 lead. It's hard for me to imagine LeBron James and LeBron James. He has not had a LeBron James game yet in these playoffs.
Is he capable of it still?
That's a good question.
And it's no knock on his. It's no knock on his game. It's no knock, but he is 38 years old.
He is. That's a good question.
Is AD going to show up tomorrow?
Playoffs is a different beast than regular season, and I mean,
AD did not show up last night for the most part.
Yeah,
he wasn't as dominant,
right?
And we saw what happened. Does AD show up tomorrow? I'm not even talking about LeBron. LeBron's going to get his 20-something points. Mm-hmm. He is. If AD does not show up tomorrow, they're going to get their asses kicked.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about, 2-3 point game. If AD don't show up tomorrow, Steve Kerr is going to have them boys ready to go, and they're going to get their asses kicked.
And while I say LeBron ain't had a LeBron game yet, I mean, Clay ain't had a Clay game yet either.
Clay is so, man, I am the biggest Clay fan, dog.
Are you? Oh my God. I
fuck with Clay. I am. But this series, man, oh my God. Oh my God. I was lobbying, back before he got this contract, it was rumblings that Charlotte was going to give him the whole state. And I'm like, shit, yeah.
You think Clay can lead the team by himself?
Excuse me?
You think he can lead the team by himself?
At that time, I did.
Okay.
Now, ain't no fucking way.
Well, definitely not now.
He can't create his own shot.
But I always felt like that. I always felt like he was off the pick, catching. I always felt like that. I felt like if you gave him the ball at the top of the key and said, hey, we need a bucket.
He can't do it.
Yeah, I always felt like that throughout his whole. I felt like he's one of the greatest shooters outside of Curry. But I felt like he was masked in that system. When Steph is playing like Steph, you cannot take your attention off Steph.
Facts.
So you got this motherfucker that can shoot the ball coming off picks, coming off curls, coming off screens, catching the ball and can shoot the way he can. He's gonna light your ass up. And granted, the 11 dribbles and how many 12, 13 3-pointers?
Right.
That tells you what you need to know. Yeah, this motherfucker is catch and shoot. But if you tell him to put the ball on the floor, hey, we need a bucket.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, break your plate.
Yeah, because I can't remember when the last time I seen him break a motherfucker down and you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah. But
no.
All right. Let's get outside of sports, man. I don't want to give my condolences to the families, and I'm tired of giving condolences, but the families and everybody that was affected by the mall shooting in Allen, Texas.
Right.
We had what is 9 casualties, in a couple dozen injuries.
Yeah.
Here we are again. We talking about guns, mass shootings, and automatic weapons.
Right. Yes, unfortunate, man. I'll echo what you just said. And condolences to all the families affected, and the people affected, man. Like, it's it's becoming normal for this shit to take place, and it's ridiculous, man.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
I mean, man, I just like, you don't want to think about the stuff, but you know, when you think about this world that, you know, we're leaving, because, you know, we talk about our time, how our time is limited. We got more time behind us than we have ahead of us. Well, hopefully it's equaled out in our, you know, instances. But you know, what the world that we're leaving, you know, our children, we didn't have to worry about this shit. To an
Right.
extent, death is imminent. Like if it's gonna happen, if it's in the car, I feel like if it's in the cars, it's in the cars. It's gonna happen, you know, because there's stupid people out here just because that's gonna do something in general. But the mall shootings, the school shootings, all this other stuff, it was very minimal. Us growing up,
Yeah.
you know, you could be outside in the neighborhood and have problems with somebody. Is there a chance that somebody got a gun? It was kind of possible, but more than likely you was gonna shoot the one-on-one.
Right.
If you know, now you as a teenager, me as a teenager, there was probably somebody had a gun, but these days it ain't no probablys, and it ain't just one. Like everybody out there might have a gun. I remember growing up, the niggas that was like in gangs and running around doing shit, them niggas was sharing guns more than likely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't have a gun.
Right.
And not an automatic at that.
Agreed.
These niggas walk around with ARs and choppers and Dracos and everything.
Agreed.
And along with that, I do want to give my condolences to the young lady. What's her name? The police officer in Chicago, Arnia Preston.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the story?
No, tell me more.
So, she's 24.
Yeah.
She is enrolled in Loyola. How you say it? You know what I'm talking about. Loyola. Loyola. There you go. Loyola of Chicago. For those that don't know, this in Chicago. College. She's actually just about to graduate with a master's. She wanted to join the FBI.
Okay.
And she was currently a police officer, you know, doing that work while she's going to school. She got off. She was off duty, walking to her apartment. She's in Chicago. 4 teenagers rolled up on her. Exchanged gunfire with her. They shot her, killed her, took a gun, and ran off. She's supposed to graduate. This happened last week? She's supposed to graduate this year. Well, this week. I'm sorry, this week. The teenagers, 19, 18, and 16. They said the 16-year-old is the one that killed her.
Okay.
They actually got caught today. I think it took them like a couple days or whatever to call it. And the way that they found out that she was killed, her Apple Watch sent out a distress signal.
Oh wow.
Because you know the new Apple Watches, it calls 911.
Okay.
When it feels your pulse or heartbeat lowering, you know,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Which I knew because I saw the commercials, but I didn't know that, you know, I saw the commercials like when people get in a car wreck or accident, it crash, and the Apple Watch can like detect or sense like moments like that or whatever else.
Okay. Yeah.
And, but I didn't know that part. But 24 years old, man. And these guys took a life.
That's tough.
Very, 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 very. And more tragic news, and this last, we can get out of here. We talked about Jordan Neely last week.
Shit.
So they are calling. Well, so now they've released information about the ex-Marine that killed him.
Yeah. Who was charged today, correct?
Was he? He might be. I didn't check no more into it. He might have been. I thought he was. Okay. So what are they saying?
I don't have much information on it, but I do know he was charged with murder.
Okay, so we'll come back. So we'll come back because I know the last time I looked, because it was kind of disgusting to me. They were saying, some people would call him a hero, saying he was protecting himself and the other passengers on the train. They were, as always, they were making Jordan Neely seem like he was an instigator, he was a bad guy, bringing up other instances that he's got into arguments or whatever else with other people.
Right.
So
Whatever.
next week we can get back into that, because
Yes,
I didn't like those stories. But if he was charged today and they have arrested him, well, knowing that he might be out on bail right now, who knows? Well, whatever.
possible. Very possible.
What do you think about Trump being deemed a sexual predator, which we already knew?
Duh.
I mean, we already knew, but
yeah,
the charges are official now.
Well, as far as charges go, shout out to the justice system getting it right for now.
Mm-hmm.
For now.
This motherfucker still might run for presidency.
Yeah. No, I know Mike. He's going to.
Man, no, listen. How crazy does that sound to you?
Bro, we live in a world of the oddities, bro. Sick, sad world, bro. Anything can happen, dog. Anything can happen in this country, homie. Anything can happen. Your man, we talked about Jason Tatum. He definitely has heated up. This game is over with.
Okay.
By the way.
I'm not looking at it. What's the score?
It's 92-84, minute and 48 seconds left. Jason Tatum has scored about 15 in the fourth.
Boston winning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, this game's over.
All right. We'll see. Yeah. The Trump thing, it don't surprise me. Well, it kind of surprised me, but it don't. But moving off that, I sent you. I thought I sent you this screenshot of the shit with Freddie Gibbs and his baby mom.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was tracking it before anyway. Yeah. I definitely read into it.
Is she hurt? So recently, then after that, she released a statement. Is like she said, she'll post pictures and receipts of pictures she got of him. He sent her pictures with his cheek spread. Did you see that? Have you seen that?
I don't know nothing about that now.
I'll find it, but
yeah. Is she hurt? 100%, man.
Gotta be.
When it comes down, when it boils down to it, we don't know where the young lady was in her life. You know what I mean? Obviously, she's a porn star. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe she was just like, you know what? Like, this is my way out. Maybe, possibly. And, and while Freddie was portraying, even on multiple interviews, Freddie was portraying like that was his pick. But when she got pregnant, shit changed. Right? And maybe she want her lick back. I don't know. But the way it reads to me is that, once she became pregnant, Freddie was like, nah, I'm cool. And she was like, oh, you cool? Nah, nigga, I'm cool.
I wanted to send you this clip. It was probably about maybe 3 weeks ago of I think it was NBA YoungBoy, one of his baby moms.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, she went on live and she was talking about, I got text messages. This nigga begged me to have his baby. Said he want me to have his baby. He wanted me to get a tattoo of, his name on me, blah, 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 blah. I did all these things. And then when I did it, it's like, nah, fuck you, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sick. It's sickening, man.
It is. Well, so I think on both parties, because I mean, I can't fathom asking a woman to have my baby or have my baby that I don't want nothing to do with for the rest of my life.
Facts.
But I'm like, listen, baby girl, why are you having a baby with a man that you just fucking that just that you just fucking on and he's just fucking on you,
You
and
drunk the Kool-Aid.
and get a tattoo? Like, come on now, we got to have better discernment than that. And when I say better discernment, listen, women do not like me saying that shit, because they'll tell me, y'all niggas be playing games, y'all be lying and running game and saying this and saying that and da 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 da. Like, come on, like, but like you said, who told you to drink the Kool-Aid? Like,
Right. Yo, people
some of
run
us
game.
at our age, we should know right from wrong.
It's not just men running game. People run game, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do. Because, you look at certain people, certain men will be like, well, shit. Today they'll be like, hey, shit, hot boy, someone get her before she gets you, and vice versa.
Yeah.
That's the times that we live in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get you before you get me.
I'm with you. Adidas has agreed. Well, Adidas and Kanye have came to an agreement, and
Yeah.
they will start selling Yeezys again. Part of the proceeds will go to charity.
Yes.
Kanye will be given 15% commission on all sold goods.
Yeah. I think that's cool.
I do too.
I think that's a win for Kanye West. I think that
it's a win for both of them too, honestly.
It's a win for both of them for sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from the big boy company Adidas, right? And I'm looking at it like as far as because they still can't put his name on it.
Right. They can't?
I don't think so.
I thought they owned the name Yeezy.
Do they?
I thought they own the name Yeezy. It was something in the contract. They don't own the name Ye, but they own the name Yeezy. I think that was
they own Y. Okay.
It's one of them. But I know that.
I think they own YZY.
Okay.
Right. So I think again, from his standpoint, like while his name's still on it, he doesn't have to market what he doesn't have to market this stuff, and he has his own brand that he is
right.
Going to promote and take off with, and I think that's good for him.
Right, because Adidas has all this shit in stock anyway that they were going to lose money on because they couldn't sell. So now they can sell it and get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of a win for Kanye, but it's a win all around for everybody, for all parties involved. Kanye didn't have nothing to lose in the deal anyway. He's like, fuck, he's fucking.
Right.
Adidas was the one that's going to lose out on what, 300? Was it 300 million or billion?
Something like. It was something crazy.
What it is. But I wanted to talk about Carolyn, Bryant, Donham real quick. Excuse me. Okay. So we didn't record that week, right? She passed away, and for those that are unfamiliar with who Carolyn Bryant Donham is, that is the lady that wrongfully accused Emmett Till of whistling at her, sexual harassment, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So upon her death, Emmett Till's cousins, one of the cousins that were looking for him during the time that all this happened and couldn't find him because he was actually in a barn being tortured or whatever else, he released a statement during her death. During her death, he said, "Our hearts go out to the family of Carolyn Bryant Donham. As a person of faith for more than 60 years, I recognize that any loss is tragic and don't have any animosity towards her. Even though no one will be held accountable for the death of my cousin and best friend, it's up to all of us to be accountable to the challenges we still face in overcoming racial injustice."
Okay. I think that was the politically correct thing to say. It was a very long time ago. While I'm pretty sure it still hurts. It was a very long time ago, and I think that is another case in point of why us as blacks, we are forgiven. We have the forgiving bone in our hearts, in our bodies, man.
That's where I was gonna go with it. I was gonna ask
Yeah,
you.
yeah, and I think that maybe he has forgiven her, or he's went through life, and I feel like he feels as though it's bigger than Emmett Till, the issues that we have, right? That's not for you or me to decide for the man. He has a point, and I think ultimately you choose your happiness. The heart, the heart yearns for what it yearns for. The heart hurts for what it hurts for. But ultimately, we have the decision on whether or not we let shit linger or dwell. And I think this is an example of this man understanding the bigger picture, and maybe him being, you know, a humanitarian in his own right and saying, "Hey, it's bigger than this. Let's close the gap." That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay. How forgiving are you in this instance?
And
And it's hard to put you in a situation, but
right.
And I'll speak for myself. It's hard for me to speak, and that's why I speak for myself. I don't know if I could ever feel this way. And that's just
Right.
me. And like I said, I'm outside the situation. You're outside the situation. Am I a forgiving person? I am, but
I can't really speak on it, man. I don't know where I would be. I don't know how I would be. I don't know what that would look like for me if I lost someone in that manner, dog, close to me.
right. And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't really think I could give my condolences to her family or anybody dealing with her.
Well, I think I could give my condolences to her family, because at the end of the day, they did lose a family member. One bad apple doesn't make the whole family, bad
True.
apples. I mean, it
True.
just, the reality of it is that people, we don't know what she was to her family. Do we know that she did some wrongdoing to someone else's family? Yeah, we do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yet still, there's still some people out here walking around, whether it be grandbabies, daughters, sons, aunts, whatever, that are hurting behind the loss of this, regardless of her behavior
Mm-hmm.
on the time. But I
Yeah.
understand where you at with it. I get it. I'm just looking at a bigger picture, much like his cousin, I guess.
Right. Yeah, that would be hard for me. I mean,
I get it. It's some bullshit, though. It's some, it's some
and,
bullshit.
and I mean, because and we've seen this a bunch, i.e. Forgive me forgetting his name, the young man that was killed in his own apartment in Texas, where the white police officer went in. She thought she was in her apartment and someone was in there, and she shot him in his own shit. His family actually asked the judge, could he give her a hug?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't
Isn't
know.
she out now?
Amber Geiger, that's her name. Why is it so bad that I forget his name but can't remember her shit? But I can remember hers.
She's out now, right?
I think she was appealing to get out. I don't think it was. I think it's still under review. Or they're trying to.
Mm.
Speaking of that appealing, um, Tory Lanez was denied.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have presented new evidence. Well, they have new evidence, but I guess the judge don't want to hear it or see it. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know. Well, I was about to say, honestly, if I speak my opinion, we'll anger people, but I don't think so. Because for those that don't know the history of the case, he wasn't charged for shooting her.
Right.
So we still don't know who shot her. But anyway, we can speculate all we want to, but should he get another? If there's new evidence that contradicts everything that's going on, should there be an opportunity to present that?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
We have too many. I want to say black men, but I'll say people in general. Too many people in general that are in prison, serving time for crimes they haven't committed. Within the last month or so, there's been I want to say 2 or 3 black men that have gotten out off of technicalities because of things that were contradicting, and they were not in the place that everyone said they were in during the trial, and were found innocent after 10 plus years.
Right.
Hell, we got there's a show about that 50 Cent was directing. So I mean, there's plenty of cases that. So I don't know if there's new evidence. I think it should be bought for.
Right. I agree with you, man.
Let's talk about beauty real quick. The beauty standards in the world today. I know you value natural beauty.
I do.
But does it seem to you that natural beauty is on the lower end of the spectrum versus the high maintenance beauty?
Yeah.
Why so?
Because at the end of the day, you can go into, any woman or man, for that matter, can go under a knife surgery and create what they want themselves to look like. And I think that it's glorified, and I think that it's become the norm. And for some, they may feel like that it's not, they don't have an issue with it. I feel like you can do whatever you want to do with your body, but me personally, what I like little to no makeup, natural hairstyles. But I like women that put in the work.
A lot of maintenance.
Yeah, they put in the work to build whatever it is that they want themselves to look like.
When we say a lot of maintenance, is not, that's not a negative term, because some people will say that shit.
You said when we say what?
When we say they don't require a lot of maintenance, that's not a negative term, because
no, it's not.
It's
natural beauty.
Right.
Wake up. You
don't
woke
have
up.
To go in.
Well, I woke up like this.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to spend an hour plus in the mirror putting on lashes. And nothing against anybody that does, but when we're talking about natural beauty versus high maintenance, I agree with you. I do think the natural beauty has somehow ended up on the lower end of the spectrum versus high maintenance. Even when you look at all the commercials, you look at when you walk in the mall, you see posters, billboard. You don't see. So we have gotten to a point to where a lot of stuff has been the bigger women, what do they call them? Plus size women have been more embraced. Plus size men are being embraced, but natural beauty has not had that same is not embraced like that either.
For most, right.
Yeah.
Right. Because again, like I said, you can go into whatever. Like at this point, I never thought that we would get to the point where any person that we see, we have to look and say, is that real?
Mm.
Because that's the thing.
Hmm.
Is that real?
What a collection play that. This nigga's talking.
You know, I have offended women in saying like, I don't do it now, but I've offended women and got to the point where it's like, yo, when did you have surgery? I don't remember you having. Like, when did you do that?
Wow. Mm.
I did that to Mo.
Mm.
I did that to Mo.
Because it's just so common today that people.
Somebody that looks like that with a body like that, there's no way. But when I said it, she looked at me like,
Fuck out of here.
you got me fucked up. Motherfucker, I built this, bitch.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit, Mo. Talk your shit.
And you saw what happened. You saw what happened with that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's wild. And from that point on, I had to fix myself because I'm like, wait, it is still possible. But it was it's so many people doing it now. It's like, you don't know.
Right.
Again, I'm not body shaming.
And naturally has became the outlier. Like it's just hard to find a motherfucker. And when you see him, it's like, oh my, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of almost like the a unicorn.
Indeed.
Because it's and just speaking for on not for, but the woman's side, is like you almost gotta fall in line for a lot of them to even compete or be noticed or be, you know what I'm saying? Because so many people are doing it.
I know multiple women that have done it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And and just like even with men today, like you look on. I don't know any men that have had any cosmetic surgeries when it comes down to their bodies. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
See it online.
True.
But I know a multitude of women that have gone under the knife and did whatever it is that they felt like they wanted to do to their bodies, and it's like, all right, you have that right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I never thought that we would get to that point, right? But yes, I do value natural bodies.
Bodies, yeah, beauty. I think to each his own. I think there's a lot to OD. I think there's a lot to OD with the lashes and everything else. I mean, but because a lot of these women, I feel like they don't value their true beauty in itself because of what society is telling us. You have to have Fenty. You got to have this kind of lipstick. You got to have these lashes, your nails, your this, your that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it works both ways, man.
it does.
In both genders.
Yeah.
It
It's not as drastic for us, because we don't.
Cosmetically, no.
Yeah, definitely cosmetically, no, because then we'll get called a whole different set of things.
But there's men out there that's getting their legs stretched to be tall. There's men out there that are getting that are getting, they're getting the ab etches. Apparently there's some men out here that's getting their meat stretched. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, they accused 50 Cent of that. They accused Drake and French Montana for having
Gucci too.
the abs. Who?
Gucci too.
Yeah. So, I mean, Hey.
What's the man name? Bandman Cavo? Is that his name? Bandman Cavo? I think that's his name. He's gone on to say, hey, like, yeah, I did it. So what?
Yeah.
They say Drake too. Like you said. Whatever.
Yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I do value the more for a lot the more natural look. Whether it's the cosmetic surgery or just the makeup in general and everything else that got going on. But everything's a competition, man. Everybody wants to look a certain way because I guess what society says. I'm never not going to be, I guess, comfortable with who I am, what I am. Not saying that anybody else isn't, but I mean, I'm not drastically changing myself or trying to get these legs stretched out and bolts put in my knees and shit. I saw that shit on IG the other day. And I was like, they said my man went from 5'8" to 6'2". But like he can't compete in any athletic sports. He advanced to do any shit like that. And it just listed all like the negatives. And I'm like, this nigga did that for so I think that's him in itself, because what are you gonna do at 6'2" that you can't do at 5'8"? I mean, you might there's other women that might look at you, but if you are if you got it like that in a certain way, like it's not gonna matter. Nigga, I've took down 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" before they said they don't fuck with niggas shorter than them.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, so okay. I mean, I don't know. That shit's weird to me. I mean, imagine you seeing me, you know, last time you saw me, and then next time we together, I'm about an inch shorter than you.
My nigga,
me and you eye to eye.
I'm gonna be so fucking fascinated. Like
the growth spurt this late in life.
Nigga, can I touch your leg, my nigga? No homo. Can I touch that shit? No homo, bro. Like,
if I find that shit on IG, I'm gonna look it up.
Let me not say no homo. Pause.
Oh yeah, you go. I mean, it don't matter.
Yeah, what matters?
They all mean the same, right? Well, yeah, it does. You're right. You're right.
Pause.
You're absolutely right. You're right. I don't want to really talk about this bus driver debate or shit they was talking about.
Yeah.
But they've been on for the last week or two. But we can talk about job real quick. All right. How important is a woman's job to you?
So here's the thing, man. It just all depends on what that woman, what her place is going to be. If I'm looking to be with this woman, you know, long term, or looking to build a family with this woman, I'm gonna be honest, dog, it does matter.
Okay.
Because by the numbers, the average American can't afford average American living. By the numbers, we can't.
Okay.
And so if you're looking at, you know, you can say, "Oh, we'll figure it out," but honestly, that's going on the whim. That's wishing on the star, bro. Right? It's wishing on the star. Am I saying that she has to make all the money in the world? No, that's not what I'm saying. Does she have to be an owner? No, that's not what I'm saying. Because I don't. Well, I do. Technically, I do. But I still work for someone.
Right. Okay.
Right. So the expectation for you to be an owner and shit like that, no, I don't expect that, man. Like, nah. But at the same time, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not going to marry the woman that is not in the workforce and just I'm not going to do it.
Okay, so you said not in the workforce. Long as she has a job.
Yeah, a job.
Okay. All right.
As long as she has a job and a decent job. And when I say decent, I'm saying enough to be able to help afford a comfortable life.
Okay. All right.
And I know that's subjective.
No, it could be. So help me clarify then.
Right.
Because I was with you, but then I was going to say, well, when you said a job, so my thought process for me is I was going to say, okay, if she can take care of herself and her needs and wants outside of me,
yeah,
with her job, whatever job, then okay, all right. So we together then. So we together. All right, all right. So because if you're bringing habits, so if she makes $4,500, $5,000 a month, but her spending habits are 5,000 to 6,000, then
got a problem with that.
we got a problem. All right. So yeah. So if she make 4,000 and she spends about 25 to 30, maybe 35, she got 5 left over, whatever else, then we can work with that.
Yeah, because again, like I have responsibilities.
Okay. Absolutely.
I have children.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying from strictly a number standpoint. And if you're looking at me to, like you just said, if you're looking to me to, pay for your habits that you can't take care of yourself, given what I have on my plate, right? No, I cannot afford it. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. I can't afford that. Right. Not today. I can't afford it.
Yeah, because you're a hindrance. Yeah. You because you taking money out of, well, you taking food out of other people's mouths. Outside that rely on me.
You're not about to fucking do that. So
yeah, that's my big thing. Like, yeah, I'm not putting.
That's not the angle that woman took though.
It's not. And I'm with you. I'm not caught up on the job, what she works. I like the personality, who you are as a person, but also, like we just said, you have to be able to, if you are self-sufficient, I'm comfortable with it.
If we're serious, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, you don't need me.
Right. If you another mouth I gotta feed, then
it's not about another mouth. I agree with you. Okay, that you have to feed. From a monetary standpoint today, if you and where I am today, right? If the expectation is for me to take care of you because you can't take care of you, I have a problem with that.
Me too.
I have a problem with that, bro. I have a problem with that. Kiss my ass.
My whole ass, yeah. Yeah. I can't do it. No. I won't do it.
No, I'm not doing that, man.
No. But that's not the stand she took. She doubled down. And I did not know this. Someone brought up this interesting fact. They said, prior, contrary to what she's saying, or whatever else, far as in the guys and his education, whatever else, the average black man that has at least an associate's degree only makes about 50 to 55.
Bro, listen, if you only knew how many of my friends back home that have degrees, have accounting degrees, have education degrees, have this, have that, and they're surviving.
Right. But it ain't on the spectrum that she's quote unquote saying that they should be on or looking for. Like you're saying, okay, these other things, this degree is an outlier versus this bus driver. But a bus driver if I'm not mistaken, has to get a CDL to drive a bus.
I'm not sure.
And I think so, and niggas with CDLs is out here eating.
Well, niggas with CDLs were eating.
They were.
Today, today, shit is not as sweet as it used to be.
They got flooded. Yeah. All right.
Excuse me.
Let's get to these unapologetic truths.
Get it.
Get out of here. What's your biggest strengths and weaknesses, relationship wise?
Today, my biggest strength today is, I would say, empathy.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest strength today is empathy. Only because I understand, while it's hard to be a Black man out here in America today, it's an argument that it's harder to be a Black woman.
Okay. It's a conversation. I agree.
Yeah, definitely a conversation. And given given my profession, you know how that goes. So that's my strength. I think my weakness is my weakness in a relationship.
That's a hard one. I'm thinking about
It is my weakness. And it's only hard because I've been doing some soul searching and I've been making a conscious effort to grow. That's the only reason why. I'm not saying I'm perfect by no means.
So I'll let you think. I'll answer.
Okay.
So I think one of my strengths is that you know, when I love or I'm really into this person, I'm really, really into this person. There's nothing that I probably won't do.
Okay.
I think that's a strength. I also think that's a weakness as well. But the weakness I want to point out, I was thinking about when you were talking, is that I think I might tend to not speak my mind as much, or I guess say the things that I want. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know, trying to take care of someone, or not really taking care of nobody, but i.e. if it's something that I don't like, or scratch that, thinking that the person might know how I want to be treated or taken care of or loved, versus explaining that to him or telling him that.
Okay.
That would be a weakness.
No, that's a good one. A weakness of mine is time. I'll say time spent, right? And while you know, in the summertime, I'm in full blown, like I'm making every second count for my children. Attempting to. And I feel like from a relationship standpoint that said woman can get lost in the sauce when it comes to that, man. So I got to do better time of distributing my time.
Okay.
Right. I have to, because when it comes down to my children and being around, I'm like, shit, anybody else can go. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Right. But you don't want to miss out on a great woman either, though.
Of course not.
Yeah.
But anybody else can, hey, when them babies are here with me, If you ain't my baby and my dog,
I got you.
your ass can walk the plank.
I got you.
Believe it. Your ass can walk the plank. So yeah, that would be it.
All right. Would you rather keep your social media accounts private or share them with your partner?
What do you mean keep them private? Like they got the passcode and shit?
Yeah. Or I guess they don't have access to it. Yep. So yeah, passcode. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm keeping mine private. And I'm gonna keep mine private because I don't want to know everything that's going on with you. So give me the same respect. And when I say going on with you, I'm talking about, guys in the DM or people checking for you or whatever the case, or what you like and what you don't like. What you like is on you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want what I believe. Do I want to know the truth? Yes, but I don't want something that could be so small to turn to something big.
True.
You understand?
I do.
Tell me cool. If you don't, what I don't know won't hurt me in that regard.
Yeah, because and to add on to what you say, I would like to think, you know what? Anybody that I'm fucking with, somebody else wants. They're desirable.
Yeah.
Niggas is looking at it. So if you can handle your own thing, this nigga's gonna be on your DMs. But guess what? You know how to take care of that shit.
There you go.
I don't need to see it.
There you go.
I'm with you. I want that. Yeah, because I do. One thing in relationships I do value is privacy.
Yeah, you have to.
I don't want the passcodes of your phone. I don't want my shit listed as a second user where I can hold that shit up and unlock that. No, I do value privacy, and I want someone else to value their privacy too. So if I feel like I have to be in the know of everything you got going on, be able to unlock your phone when I need to, or whatever, like this, I think it's a problem.
Facts.
It's a problem. I saw this post someone said, if you was to pass away today, who can unlock your phone? And I thought about it. I'm like, nobody.
Nobody.
Do I really want it that way or what? I don't know.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too. Okay. I am. Because I feel like anything else that needs to be that anyone needs to have access to a will or a power of attorney can take care of that.
Yes, sir. Agree fully.
Anything that's in this phone that can die with me.
Listen. God forbid I'm at your funeral and it's somebody in there, and I know they got your horn. Your horn. I'm going back to the old days. I promise you, I'm gonna get it up out of.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna come up to your casket and I'm gonna say to your ear, my nigga, just tell the bitch for me, man. Throw me a couple blessings down. Look, I'm gonna give you a pat like this, Rich.
Yeah, man. Listen, yeah. Matter of fact, I might leave my will. Anybody that get access to my phone, give it to Dre.
Yeah.
He can incinerate it. That's in the will. Do not call Apple and say, hey, I need to lock. Like, no.
Nigga, I might put that bitch. And look, I might find me a river or a goddamn ocean. Put that bitch in the shoebox, bitch. I'm sending that motherfucker out.
Yeah. Let it go. All right. Last one. A person that you really love, that you're involved with, they're pushing you to be a better person, but you realize in order for you to be this better person, it's also changing you to be somebody that you're not.
I'm okay with it. And here's why. You could push me to be a better person, but I feel like if it's somebody that I'm not, only thing I can do is grow. Right? If you're somebody that I'm involved with, then if it's someone that I'm involved with, then hopefully, you know, you want me to be better for the betterment of me.
Mm-hmm.
And but one thing, someone that loves you and cares about you, they're never going to force you to be somebody that you're not. So if
Okay.
I'm becoming someone that I'm not, and you know, they realize it or I realize it, then there has to be some type of adjustment. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to become a better person.
Mm-hmm.
But I see some things that I'm like, man, it's not me. It's really not me. And I feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll just make adjustments to whatever it is that I'm doing.
Okay. I'm conflicted. Because so first I would think, you know, can I better myself without changing who I am?
I think you always can.
Right. So
That's what
so that's why I'll be conflicted at, you know, how much do I have to change myself? Am I becoming someone that I really don't want to be? She sees the better in me. Well, she sees this in me as being a better person, but does this person that I'm changing into to be better, am I not, you know, the same person that Dre knows or that Tip knows or that whoever else knows? So now the bond that me and you have isn't the same. And you know what I'm saying? So because I really can't say, well, listen, I've outgrown Dre because I better myself, and it don't coincide with how we were, you know, before.
I want you to think about that too now. Hold on now.
That's why I'm conflicted.
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. I got it. Then never mind. I won't say what I was gonna say. Well, I will, because on the back end of that, bro, everybody can't go, man.
True.
And when it boils down to it, sometimes it's the people that you think gonna always be there that can't go. Sometimes. Sometimes. You think about your partner, player partners, or whatever the case may be, that you thought was gonna be around, and you thought that was gonna rock. You gonna rock with them, and it's gonna be you and them, or whatever. You know, to the casket dip or whatever. They may not be around. I know I have one or two. I have one or two that I thought for sure was gonna be around, and they are not.
Right. And now that you say that, you know, the conflicted part is definitely because you know, our relationship is organic. It came out of nowhere.
For sure.
And I love the fuck out you. You my nigga. What we have has standed the test of time.
Yeah, for sure.
It's lasted other relationships that I have and you have. You know what I'm saying? So if that was to happen, then I think for me it's soul searching. I have to look to, like, you know, okay, well, I know Dre wants, you know, me to be better or what's good for me. But this person that I'm becoming, am I outgrowing Dre? I'm not gonna say I can't outgrow you or you can't outgrow me, but how does it
work? Yeah, how it work. And I think the thing about it is I think when people say they outgrow, I think when people are outgrown, it's because there's a lack. There's something lacking when it comes down to growth between the two of you. If you saw me content in where I was and you're moving up, then that's a problem. Because we're supposed to motivate each other. Right. Mind you, your original question was if it was someone that you're dealing with. But since we took it there, if you are content in where you are and anything that you have going on, or what you're doing that's for the betterment of you, I'm going to always look at it as motivation.
Right. So for me, I was still leaving it there because that's something I'm going to think about. You know, if I'm this woman is pushing me But then I realized, you know what? She's pushing me in this direction, but it's also pushing me away from my people that you know what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody could push. So when you say that, listening to it, nobody could push you away from me. Nobody can push my support system or who I love or who I cherish away from me. The only way that they would be away from me is from some shit that I saw.
Okay.
It's not a woman on the planet that can be like, yo, they can say it all they want to, or say this person isn't for you. Or they can push me in direction. They want me on the golf course and I'm rubbing elbows and shoulders with whomever, Fortune 500 owners or whatever. I still know where I come from. What's going to push me away is if I see the flaw in you, or I see you being content, or if I see that you aren't willing to grow. You don't have to be like me, but you aren't willing to grow.
Okay.
But there's not a person on the planet that can push me away from who I think is stand up.
Right.
But you.
True. I'll ride with that. I'll ride with that.
Yeah.
I'll ride with that. But you know, that's why I say, you know, listen, this shit is like I said, it's stand the test of time. That shit is lasting longer than like other relationships, you know, that, you know. So anyway, we ain't got it. Whatever.
If you know, you know.
Huh?
If you know, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and close this out, man, so I can get in these streets and do whatever I need to do.
Back to doing what you got to do, man. I'm jealous, but it's motivation.
We gotta do something. I'm planning some shit. We gotta do something, man.
Oh, you know what, man? It's got to be the perfect time, man. Because as much, I'll be real with you, man. Like even with the upcoming trip or whatnot, man. You know, I was really locked in, and then I really thought about it. Like, man, my time is so precious during the summer, dog. It really is, man. And it will probably take me a couple of days to feel like it's okay for me to have a good time, and then by then it's time to go home. You know what I mean? So that's a hurdle that I have to get over, man. You know what I mean? It really is. On top of work, but I was thinking about that, bro. I really was, because I want to have a good time. I want to go out. I want to do these things, man. It just so happened that, you know,
the timing.
These are the cards that I'm dealt, man, and I take these moments and shit so serious, bro. One, because I love my children, and two, because there's so many motherfuckers out here that don't.
Right. March. I want to try to do some March. Man, real quick, before you I saw this post. It wasn't actually a post. It was some shit by that was on CNN. And these people are trying to push this bill to where it says when kids are able to understand yes and no, parents need to set up a culture to where consent is used in the home, i.e., if you want to give your son a bath, you have to get consent to him to say, hey, I want to wash you in your private areas. I want to wash you here or wash you there.
No.
We'll talk about it next week. I just wanted to throw that shit out there.
Okay, I'll leave it.
Because we'll go in for a whole nother. Listen, as wild as that shit sounds, it's out there.
Come on, dog. Anyway, let's go. Listen, man. Shout out to my support system. Shout out to my parents, who I had no doubt, but have really stepped up, man. For me in the last couple of weeks, man, as far as my situation goes with getting Adonis ready to go, and even in the upcoming months, man, just sitting down with me and you know, laying out a game plan, with me being a single dad, and you know how things are much different, you know, now that I'm up here. So shout out to them. I love y'all to death, man. Thank you so much, man. I'm forever in debt with you. Before my children, I was forever in debt with you. Shout out to the great state, man, of North Carolina. You know, no matter what, we know where we come from. We know the type of things that happen in our state, man. But we both are true blue, man, and it's gonna be forever, dog. It's in us. It is what it is. Shout out to my dog Kia, man, for coming home from Kuwait. Was over in Kuwait for some years and decided that it was her time to come back over to the States and try to get things popping on this end. And as always, man, mental health is real. Myself and Reg, you may not be subject matter experts on the matter, but I can assure you before you harm yourself or you harm others, tap into Unapologetic Pod on IG and or Facebook or our individual pod or our individual IGs and Facebooks. And I can assure you we will get you the help that you need. Big dog, enjoy yourself. I love you. I fought with you to the casket dip, dog, but you know what it is over here. Different toilet, same shit.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. Like I said, I love you too. Listen, we doing what we do, having fun. We have to get a trip together, do something. Even if it's stateside, it don't even matter, man. It don't matter.
Is the world ready to have us in the same place at the same time?
In our current state, probably not.
And here's the thing, because we, in the past or whatever, it's been nights where I've been Pippen and you've been Jordan, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And it's been short shit.
Uh-huh.
So I'm wondering when we both are in Madison Square Garden going for 50.
Career games.
What does that look like?
Ooh.
So man, what does that look like? What does that look like? I don't know.
When they asked, because they ain't even on that level. I was about to say, they asked Steph, who can stop Steph? He said, hopefully we'll never find out. But
right.
I think we need to find out.
Hey,
listen, I'm not listening. Because I'll hear about this shit like, oh, you and Dre gonna take a chance. No, listen.
Yeah.
Calm down.
But it's so sad that that for certain people you gotta be censored, man. I hate it.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Anyway. Yeah. But listen, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, like, share, subscribe, everything. To my babies, keep doing what y'all doing. I love y'all. I'm so proud of y'all, and it's a joy. Luna, talked to her today. This girl is amazing to me, man. And of course, your son is around the same age. He's right behind her.
Oh, yeah.
Just the level that they are on versus what my daughters are on at this age is just like the conversations we have and things we talk about. I'm just like, wow, who am I talking to? But listen, I love y'all to death, girls. Appreciate everybody that continues to rock with us and support us and watch this weekly when we come out. Thank you. But as always, we're unfiltered, we're unapologetic, all that good stuff. Dre, Reg, y'all know what time it is with us. We will see y'all next week. We out of here.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.